Hello, my name is Kirsty and I'm an illustrator working predominantly in watercolour out of my sketchbooks. I'm here today to show you what a day in my studio looks like. I have a project on the go that I'm really trying to work towards getting finished. It's a big project and I only have about 6 weeks left at the time of filming this, so feel free to come along with me while I try and get that finished. I'm also going to be doing a few bits and pieces on the side, and that's basically focused on building a creative business for myself. So if you're interested, please come along and I will chat to you soon. I thought I would also just give you a little bit of information about what I do. So as I said, I'm an illustrator. I work predominantly in watercolour, that's my main medium. I'm self-taught. And I also, on the side, do workshops. So I love teaching, I love being in that coaching role, and a lot of people get really scared of watercolour. And I do understand why. It is a very hard medium to control, but once you've got the right tips and tricks, you're flying, you're on your way. So I do that on the side, mainly in person. I am thinking about doing some online stuff, particularly on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, please give a subscribe just so that you're up to date with what's being put out there. I also do live portrait illustration, and that is basically where I go to weddings or events, predominantly weddings because it is in the middle of wedding season at the moment, and I basically set up a beautiful setup and I illustrate people and the guests in their beautiful outfits. And it takes me about 5 to 8 minutes to create these little illustrations, and I will pop up an example right here of what I mean. So it's really cool to see the instant response that people give to your work, because sometimes when you're selling prints and you're shipping them off, you don't really see that instantaneous reaction unless you're doing markets or actually having someone pick up the artworks themselves. So that's what I do on the side as well. So there's quite a bit going on, but I feel like I'm juggling it pretty well. And it is a juggle, because I do, as I said, I work full time, I've got a family, but I think a lot of artists out there are doing it the same. You know, the economic crisis worldwide is not really affording people to reduce working hours, and you know, being really tied into making sure that they're making ends meet at the moment. So I'm just going to keep plugging away, see what happens. But yeah, I feel like I'm turning a corner with my art practice and what I'm doing, and part of me is worried about it not happening, but then another part of me is thinking, well, it is happening. So my husband and I, we did have a chat, and I think we are at a point where we can start investing in the business, and it has taken me about 3 years to get to this point. So we've invested in some software and technologies and just really giving this a go. So we'll see what happens. But yes, that's a bit more about me. As I said, if you want to follow along, please do. I would really appreciate it. I love the idea of documenting life, and this is how I want to do it. And I also want to provide tips and tricks and online, you know, tutorials and stuff as well. So yeah. Okay, so I'm on the laptop at the moment and I'm working at, it's very exciting, I'm working at developing a website. I've been really lucky to have some amazing photographs come back from an absolutely wonderful photographer, and I'm just so happy with them. So yes, I'm just tinkering around developing my website, and I expect this to take a few months. I don't want to jump into it. When I launch it, I want to make sure it's just right. And I'm also looking at creating an Etsy page. I've tried it before, but I was mainly just focused on getting the stuff up there, not really taking into consideration SEO and all the weird and wonderful things that the internet needs to get you out there. So that's what I'm going to be working on as well. I also have a few quotes and invoices to do, so that's what I'm going to be doing for probably about an hour. I recognise that I don't have a lot of time at the moment to do all this, but I figure if I can try and set an hour every time deadline, set a timer on, and hopefully that'll build the productivity a little bit. So yeah. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. So I hope to see you in the next video. Like I said, click subscribe, maybe like this video, because as you know, the algorithm loves a good like and a good share. But other than that, have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time.